Now let's start with another part of nitrogen metabolism. So I hope that the first three parts is very crystal clear to everyone, whoever have watched that. If you did not watch it yet, I recommend that please watch the previous three videos and then come to this video. This will help you to build your concept and it will help you to make the all the terms and definitions of this chapter very clear. Still, if you have any questions, you can happily write me in the comment box. Okay, so let's start. Name the major components of nitrogenase enzyme complex. So nitrogenase is the enzyme which helps in nitrogen fixation, and this enzyme is very sensitive to oxygen. So this nitrogenase enzyme complex, it has two major components, very important. So all of the questions which I have selected for these all are very important, and from here only the questions for the exams are set. Okay, so see here the major components, two major components of this nitrogenase enzyme complex. They are, number one is molybdenum iron protein. Okay, number one is molybdenum iron protein and the second one is iron protein. This molybdenum iron protein, this is a larger one. Okay, and the Fe protein is more sensitive to oxygen. It is more sensitive to oxygen and it is irreversibly inactivated by O2. Once O2 is there in the system, this will become inactivated and the process is irreversible. Okay, so two major components of nitrogenase enzyme complex is MOFE and Fe. MOFE is larger and Fe is more sensitive to oxygen and they are irreversibly inactivated by oxygen. One more important thing I would like to tell you that these two components, they are dependent on each other. They cannot work independently. Okay, these two complexes are dependent on each other for the activity. They cannot work independently. Okay. Next is, how do lectins involve in nodule formation? So again I have included this question to have you or to provide you more clearer idea. So see here. So the first thing that these lectins, they are carbohydrate binding proteins and these lectins, they are synthesized by the host plant. Okay, and during the interaction these lectins of host recognize the carbohydrate on the cell surface of bacteria. Okay, they recognize the carbohydrate present on the cell surface of the bacteria to determine the specificity, to determine rhizobia host specificity. Clear? What do you mean by bacteroid? So we discussed that infection thread carries the rhizobia bacteria and release it into the cortical cells. Okay, so these bacteria, when they are released into the host cortical cells, they are, so I write it in the sequential form. So bacteria are released in host cells. So bacteria released into host cortical cells. Okay, and they are differentiated by the time when they are released into the host cortical cells. They are, so these host cortical cells, they are differentiated into specialized are differentiated into specialized nitrogen fixing cells. Specialized nitrogen fixing cells, and these specialized nitrogen fixing cells are called bacteroids. Now, what is the difference between bacteria and bacteroids? So these bacteroids, they are the enlarged structures. Okay, I write here with a heading that these bacteroids, they are enlarged cells surrounded by a membrane known as peribacteroid membrane. So did you understand that the bacteria, when they are in the infection thread, they are not covered by a membrane. Once they are released into the cortical cells, they are surrounded by a membrane known as peribacteroid membrane. And in this peribacteroid membrane, nitrogen fixation occurs. Okay, in this peribacteroid membrane, the nitrogen fixation occurs. So this is the difference between bacteria and bacteroid. Next is, what is the distinguished features, or what is the difference between nodulation gene, which is written as small d, small n nod, and nodulin genes, which is written as capital N nod. Okay, so let's start with first nodulation genes. It is written with small n. Okay, it is written with small n. So these nod genes, also known as nodulation genes, they are rhizobial genes. What is the meaning of rhizobial gene? That means they are released by bacteria rhizobium. Okay, and the product of this gene, the product of this and the product of this nodulation gene, product of this nodulation gene stimulate, okay, the product of this nodulation gene participate in nodule primordium formation, or in participate in nodule formation. Okay, so these nod genes, which starts with small n, it is a rhizobial gene, and this gene participate in nodule formation. We have already discussed about it in detail. Next, coming to another gene, which is nodulin gene. It starts with capital N. Okay, both are nod. One starts with small n, another starts with capital N. These nodulin genes, they are plant genes. That means they are synthesized in the plants. They are plant genes, and they are specific to nodule formation. So whenever plants are about to form nodules, then only these genes are synthesized. Okay, they are specific to nodule formation. So 8 protons, 8 electrons, and 16 ATP are required to convert one molecule of nitrogen into 2 molecules of ammonia. Okay, 8 protons, 8 electrons, and 16 ATPs are required to form one molecule of molecular nitrogen into 2 molecules of ammonia, and the enzyme required is nitrogenase. So that's it. We'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.